Welcome back. This is the last video of course, social media CTF series, a platform I built from scratch to give people a realistic target to practice on. Today, we are going to wrap it up with the final three vulnerabilities. So, l- before we start, I highly recommend you guys to watch the first and second part of the series. So, let's finish what we have started. In this one, I'm going to show you how hackers silently update someone's account without doing a single thing. How hackers get admin access by editing a cookie, and how a simple file upload mistake can lead exactly what a hacker can go further. So the first vulnerability that we are going to look into is CSRF. CSRF, or cross-site request forgery, tricks a login user's browser into making a request they didn't intend to. So in this web app's profile update feature, process a post request to change user's email and bio. It doesn't validate that request actually come from its own UI, or there is no CSRF token or no origin checks. So we can get that victim to open a page that we control, and the browser will fire that request for us with their own authenticated section cookie. So in order to do this, first we have to log in our with our account. So I'm going to use my own account, wolfcore tom at wolfcore.com, and the password is tom123. Login, go to profile. There's an option for update profile. So I'm going to turn on the interceptor of websuit and try to change something like update. So I'm going to check the endpoint. It's profile.php. So I'm going to use Python. I'm going to use this script or this HTML page. Just check action. Yeah. So open it on Firefox and loading. Let me just turn off the interceptor, and the profile has been updated. The second vulnerability that we are going to look into is admin access by tampering the cookie. So after logging in, the web app sets a cookie called user underscore roles, and the server trusts whatever value in it and deciding what you are allowed to do. So there is no signature, no server side verification, just plain string. And by changing it to you from user to admin, and the application hands you admin privileges. So that's a broken authentication control through unsigned client controlled cookie. So in order to do this, first we can what we can do is that click inspect and go to storage, and you can see it over here, user, and we are going to change it to admin, and go to home. Just check whether cookie is still admin. Yeah. And over here, instead of feed.php, try admin.php, and you are able to get admin access. Or we can also try with a new user. Like I'm going to use Ali's account and trying to log in with Ali's account, and I'm going to try without changing the uh, cookie. So you can see over here it's that uh, our has been denied, and by changing the cookie, we are going to change the cookie from uh, user to admin, and refresh the page, and we are able to get the access. So the final vulnerability that we are going to look into is getting a remote code execution by uploading a PHP script. So if you have seen our previous CTF, which is known as WolfCore banking CTF, uh, Ruben already have explained how it works, how what the vulnerability is, and how that vulnerability works. And so I'm not going to explain how it works. Please watch our previous CTFs. So there is a key difference between the previous CTF and this one. In the previous one, there was no filters, but in this CTF there are filters. So if you try to upload a PHP script, it blocks. So in order to bypass that uh, filters, what we can do is that we can try to change extensions. So instead of trying PHP, we are going to try with PHTML. So in order to do this, we can go to our profile, and you can see edit profile over here, and there is an option to update profile, like our profile picture. So I'm going to search for pentest monkey. Yeah, this one. Yeah, and open the GitHub repo and copy the script, and open a terminal. No, uh, rc.phtml, and paste the script, and we are going to change the IP with our IP. Yeah, so in order to know my IP, I'm going to open a new tab and use a command called ifconfig. Yeah, this is my IP. Replace it with my IP and save the file. Yeah, and open a, and I'm going to set up a netcat server. Not do that, nc minus lv, and the port number is going to be 1234, and enter, and going to upload that PHP script. It's yeah, then save, and I'm going to open it. You can see we got a reverse shell. Just try with ls. Who am I? Yeah, that's part 3 done. 3 vulnerabilities, 3 different attack layers, a form, cookie, and a file upload. Sometimes that's all it takes. That's 9 vulnerabilities done, and the WolfCore social media CTF series is completed. Everything you have watched across these videos, we find these stuffs in real businesses. So if your business needs a penetration test, head over to wolfcore.co.uk. The link is in the description. So drop a like, subscribe, and see you soon in the next video.